any college or wherever you become a part of anything, you ask what is the end game or why am I here. If you join a college, it's a degree, right? Or if you join a school, it's ultimately graduating from school, completing your 10th standard or 12th standard. So in that way, the ultimate top point in you can reach in Toastmasters is called distinguished Toastmasters. They call DTM. So how can you get a DTM certificate is through a mix of communication and leadership skills requirements. So in communication, you will do something called pathways, which I will discuss with you all. And you're also expected to do club leadership, district leadership, area leadership. And as you take these leadership skills, you also understand better view about all the projects in your pathways. And culminating of both these things, you will end up becoming a distinguished Toastmasters. And you can see required and electives. So in this, there is something called club mentor, club coach. So as you graduate in Toastmasters, gradually, you end up getting more leadership experience. So you can take an entire club as a mentor and you can mentor the members in the club. You can also do a speech craft. Speech craft is something like you can you there is a manual in Toastmasters called speech craft. You can educate your fellow employees or fellow Toastmasters on how to overcome your fear of public speaking. It is something like our training program right in IQL. So you can also do that. Take a speech craft and help others to become better public speakers. So yes, and this is the structure of Toastmasters. You all will be aware. Toastmasters International. Then we have district. We belong to District 121, and there are 9 to 10 divisions. You belong to Division C, and your areas Division area C4, and we have close to 20 plus members in our club. So this is how it is structured. It is very similar to the way our organization is structured. We have CEO, we have vice presidents, we have general managers, we have HODs, and in that way it is structured. And finally, at the end, we have member like employees in our company. And yes, like any company, we need employees, we need leaders to steer the company. So likewise, we in our Toastmasters International, we have leadership roles. We have President Toastmaster Manoj, and we have VPPR, VP Education, VP Membership, and Secretary, Treasurer, SAA, and immediate past president. And to make our meetings, to add value to our meetings, it doesn't end in being just a public speaker, right? We need to get feedback. There are lots of different minute points of any successful public speech. Like it has to be grammatically correct. You should not have any crutch words. And you need to stick to the deadline. You need to stick to the time. So likewise, all that, we have speaker, evaluator, the tag team, table topics. So these are the communication roles. So this is what I want to highlight to you. Together, doing a communication and leadership roles will help you excel in this arena of public speaking. So yeah, so coming to the pathways, like I told you what is Toastmasters, or when it comes to company, what our company is, what we do it. But this Toastmasters has something called pathways. To give you some background, just 1 minute background on pathways, what initially happened was there used to be something called as competent communicator and competent leadership. Toastmasters International was following this competent leadership and competent communicator track for close to 2.5 decades. So they found out that in this VUCA world, in this ever-changing world, many people did not find it very interesting because it is very generic. The competent communicator and competent leadership, it sounds generic, right? It doesn't have any specialization. But today, the world is slowly moving towards specialization. All of us have different roles. We have different set of job description. We have different set of activities to do in our everyday life. So this requires different set of skill sets for each and every one of us. So they came up with something called pathways. So what this pathways does is it has a very specialized set of curriculum spread across 5 levels, and it is different for different set of people. For example, there is a path called dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning, presentation mastery, persuasive influence, motivational strategies, leadership development, strategic relationships, team collaboration, and visionary communication. So I'm telling you, you're coming to the college. I'm telling you, we offer different degree, different computer science, electrical, electronics. We offer you 11 different degrees like that. This is 11 specialized learning path. So the next question arises, right? What makes this special? Or okay, earlier it was simple. Whoever joins, I just need to take up CC or CL. But now we have 11 different paths, and now the confusion arises. What is the difference between each and every level, or why is it segregated into 11 different levels, or what is there in each and every level for me, each and every path for me? So I would like to explain you all that. So this fellow Toastmasters, they have divided each and every path into 5 different levels. So this is like in college, if you are an engineering or diploma, you are expected to finish 3 years, irrespective of whatever degree you take, course you take. So similarly, this is spread across 5 different levels. So again, I can only take a school or college analogy as example. When you join a college in your first year or in your first 3 semesters, you would have very common syllabus, which is common to all of the other courses. But as you progress across second year, third year, fourth year, you will be learning more specialized courses, right? More specialized electives you will take it. And if you see in final year, what happens, most of you, is you will do a project. And that project is a culmination of whatever you have learned in first year, second year, third year. The most of the courses, whatever you did, you will end up doing a final year project, right? Which is a reflection of the entire expertise you have got in the first 3 years. Like that, Toastmasters have done this in 5 different levels. So the first level, if you see, it's called mastering fundamentals. Without knowing ABCD, we cannot deliver a public speech, right? So like that, this mastering fundamentals helps you do a fundamental check, how to draft your speech, or what are the simple technicalities, body language, vocal variety, eye contact, all that will be covered in that. Or how do you write a speech? Because I'm asking you to come and give a speech. You need to first write it, right? So like that, we have level one. Then level two is learning your style. That is very vital, no? Because you see many public speakers. Each and every public speaker has a different style. Like each and every captain has a different style. So this specific level will help you understand your style, what kind of communication style you use. For example, I am very good at giving emotional speeches. I'm very good at giving persuasive speeches. I'm good at giving factual based speeches. So this is my forte. Whereas when it comes to humor, I'm a novice, or I'm not so good at giving humorous speeches. So this specific level helped me to understand my style. Then increasing knowledge. So you know that you are good at certain style. This is my style. Let me build on it. I need to get better in this specific style. So level 3 will help you become increasing knowledge. You will take a specific project related to your domain, whatever you are good at, whatever your style is. Then building skills. So it doesn't stop at it doesn't stop at increasing knowledge, because when you increase the knowledge, when will you apply it? Because you need to apply it has to become a skill. It has to become part of you. It has to become part of your skill set. So this specific level helps you building skills. And together, all that you have learned, you know your style, you have increased some knowledge on that, and you have built a skill. And the final, demonstrating expertise. You will give a very lengthy speech. This specific speech will be around 10 to 12 minutes, all that. So, fellow Toastmasters, in these 5 levels, a speaker will give close to 15 speeches. It's called 14 plus 1, 14 speeches which will get evaluated, and one final speech is called Reflect on Your Path. It doesn't have any evaluation, it's just you sharing your experience, what happened across all the 4 levels. So, this is how it is structured. So I request anyone, anytime, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Toastmaster Manoj also told me that some new members are here, so don't think that you are being left out. You can always ask me any questions related to Toastmasters, not only pathways. And existing members, if you have already enrolled in the level, if you have any doubt, if you are level 2 or level 3 or level 1, if you faced any problems, you can also ask me. I'm here to help you out. Yeah, so uh, go to the next slide. So yes, in each and every level, you get a certificate. So why they have used this is, it's like the recent government new education policy also says at the end of each and every year we are going to transfer the credits to you. So Toastmasters already has got it before itself. They say that at the end of each and every level, they give you credential so that this doesn't get lost anywhere and it gets recorded. And yes, so in the level 2, as you complete level 2, there is something called Pathways Mentor Program. So this is a very interesting program because they say that you learn more by observing others' mistakes. So this is a very powerful statement. I read it somewhere. So you learn more by watching others, so that you don't repeat the mistakes, right? So this is very vital part of Toastmasters atmosphere because we observe. We all come to the meeting. We see other person performing. We see other persons getting evaluated. We see other persons giving impromptu speeches. So all this will help us become better public speakers because we know that, hey, somewhere here the connect is missing, or I would have done this better. So all this is a learning process in our thought process. Likewise, there is this mentorship program which will get activated to you as you complete 2 levels. So in this mentorship program, you can mentor 3 members of your club. It can be within the club, it can be outside the club. So you can mentor these people and you can also give speeches based on that. So that is why this mentorship program works. And also as you mentor, you also know it's like when you are a cricket coach, a cricket coach also knows how to play cricket, right? Or he knows how each and every player is making a mistake. Likewise, as you mentor, this will also help you become a better public speaker. And they say that great leaders are great mentors. So this also helps you become better leaders. It helps you enhance your leadership quality. Yes, so now that I told you people what this pathways is, what you can expect in different paths and what pathways offers you, I would like to show how the process happens. For example, you will have questions, right? How do I enroll in pathways or how do I access the login, everything. So I just give you some idea. And I also have got some material to show you which will tell you which path to choose. So I will tell you that. So this is the simple methodology which Toastmasters offers. So as all of you become members, what happens is you get a login. Your login needs to be activated, and as you open your login, as you access the login, this is how the dashboard looks like. The first page looks like, and in the first page, you can select continue to path selection. And what happens is, as you give this specific path, Toastmasters International offers you a psychometric test. It's a test which has some 10 to 15 questions. It will ask you some questions and you will give a response to the test. And after writing this small test, this gives you some set of suggestions. It's a psychometric test. It has some, this is a sample question. Select 3 topics you are interested in learning about, and some of the questions will be what is your current role, and what is your aspiration, what do you want to become in your career. So these are like career specific questions. This, based on the response you give, Toastmasters website gives you 3 suggestions. Like based on your responses, they say that based on your role, based on your aspiration, based on whatever response you give, it would be good if you take this 3 specific path. So from this 3, you can choose one path that is there. But for example, let's say you have this idea, A, one of my fellow Toastmaster, he has chosen a path A, or a leadership development or dynamic leadership. I also want to do the same because he said it is very good. I also wanted to do the same. Or for example, by looking at the title also, you sometimes you feel attracted to the title. Nothing wrong in it. So in that case, what if that one path you want to take and it does not appear in these 3 options? You can still go ahead and choose the path you like. So it also gives you an option to bypass this 3 specific path, which was recommended by the website. You can go and select the other path, which is not shown in the top 3. So in this way, you can select the required path. Now that your path is ready, you have selected your path, it gets activated. So I had this specific slide, fellow Toastmasters, to help you guys. I think since you are a very young club, I hope most of your members will be would have completed icebreaker speech or would be almost in the level 1 zone. So I just wanted to show you, like, you activate your path, and for the first 2 levels, or at least for the first level, the syllabus is common for all path, whatever be the path, the 11 pathways I showed you, right? So irrespective of whatever path you take, this specific level 1 is same for all of you. So even if, for example, some of you will have some time in choosing a path, or your login issues might be there, or you will have some doubts which one to choose, no problem. Whenever you become a member, I would suggest you can start delivering the speeches. You can give your icebreaker speech, you can give your evaluation and feedback speech, then you can give researching and presenting speech. This third one is based on a topic, whatever you like to, or for example, our MOC was speaking today on lot of Radhakrishnan sir, and he was discussing about how this Teachers Day came into play. So that is basically a researching and presenting speech. He has done his research. He would have googled. He would have went and read a lot on what this is all about. So in that way, you can give a researching and presenting speech. So you give 3 speeches. Sorry. Okay. I just thought somebody wanted to ask any doubt. Okay. So yeah. So how this works is you have joined. You have given 3 specific speeches, and as you finish the 3 speech, you have to give a level 1 completion request. I'm just giving you some example of how workflow happens. So once the level 1 completion request happens, it will go to your VP education, and he has to approve your level 1 completion. And once that happens, you can proceed giving level 2, level 3, level 4, all that. As you in that way you progress. So I just wanted to show you people this first slide, this first level 1. It is common for all of you. If you want, you can also take a screenshot of this and keep it, or I can also share the slide with your president. He will be sharing with you all. So this specific for level 1 is important. If you have any doubt here, you can ask me. Anyone, any doubt? Okay, fine. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, most of us have completed the icebreaker, and
Wonderful.
few of completed the first speech.
Okay, sir. Yes.
So it means if we have to complete level 1, other 2 speeches also to be completed.
Correct, correct, correct. You give,
Hello,
yes, sir, yes.
is that right?
Basically, yes, correct, sir. Basically, how it works is you give an icebreaker speech, that is your first speech, and after that, you give a second speech. And what happens
Correct.
is, in second speech, you get evaluation, and you can incorporate the evaluation, whatever feedback you got. You can prepare a third speech, or if you wish to, you can come and deliver a speech again. You can see here, right, sir, in the second yellow part. See the
Ah,
second row. Two, A is prepare and deliver a speech. B is you
correct.
get feedback from A, come and give a
Ah,
repeat speech in B. That is one option.
okay.
Else, what you can do is you can
Okay.
incorporate the learnings and come and give a speech 3 on a different topic, but you can say that I got this feedback, like improve on your vocal variety, improve on your tone, improve on your body language. You can come and give a speech 3. So you
Okay.
complete 3 speeches, you complete level 1. That is how it is. So
And the approving authority is VP Education. It will not
correct.
go beyond our
No, 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 no.
something something like area director.
No, 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 no. It's all your authorities are president and VP education. So whenever any level completion request happens, it goes to your VP education. For example, if the VP education himself is giving a request, it goes to president, and for president, it has to be approved by the VP education. So it's only your president and VP education who will do this.
Okay. One more question. When a
Yes, sir.
person
Yes.
delivers his speech,
Yes.
so how to decide whether he has cleared that particular path or not, or cleared that particular stage or not? Is there
Okay.
any guidelines or criteria to?
Yes, yes, I will show it to you, sir. I'm going to log in and show it to you how the screen looks like,
Okay.
or I've got some slides for that. I'll show it to you. Just a minute. So yeah, this is the sample DCB points I just wanted to show you, because as you give all the speeches, it gets recorded here, and this is how you get a DCB point as all of you complete speeches. It's like our target setting. For example, our CEO has a target. It comes and trickles down to all of us in terms of MPCP and our quarterly targets. And as all of us as individual complete the 6 quarterly targets, it goes at the top, and toward at the top your CEO's target is complete. So similar to that, this is your president's target, or this is your club's target. And as all of you complete different levels, level 1, level 2, all of that, you complete your DCB points. And also you can see that as employees, all of us come to the company, and all of us doesn't stop to just being work, right? We come here and work, but just because we do our work, our company doesn't get better. We need to recruit new people to add our family to of TVSM, and we need to train the existing people who are so that they can get better and contribute more to the company. So it's I mean this always fascinates me because the more you understand about Toastmasters, you will understand that it's nothing but it's like running a corporate company. So if you want to have a feel on how our CEO works, you can become a president and have a feel. It's like a trial. So this aspect always fascinates me because it's very similar. You can compare both. Very similar to how a corporate company works. Yes, and yes, one of your Toastmasters asked me, how do we decide or how do we clear the path? How do I say pass or fail? So that I want to discuss here. So before going that, I hope all of you are aware of something called evaluation. This is the beauty of Toastmasters because this specific evaluation is not there in any public speaking forums in the world. It is only Toastmasters International which have this specific program called evaluation. So I just wanted to touch this, spend some time on evaluation because it is very vital, because it is this process of evaluation which will help you get better. This is what makes you learn more. So before I start with evaluation, I have a small question to all of you. Why is it called evaluation? Why not it is called review, feedback, or we call in our PSER, right? PSER feedback we call. Why is it not called feedback or critic? Why is it called evaluation? There is a reason behind it. Anyone would like to answer it?
Yeah.
Kishore, sorry, somebody tried. Who's this?
Yeah, Manoj, you go. I will take this.
Yeah.
Please,
Kishore,
sir,
it is
please.
Kishore, it is nothing but evaluation is nothing but accessing. Means it's an assessment report actually. It
Okay.
is
Okay.
not something like feedback is just an open ended conversation. It's a closed ended conversation, but
Correct.
evaluation is nothing but an open end. So it will be both open from the mentor as well as the mentee. So that is how evaluation.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Another person would wanted to answer. Could you please
Yeah,
answer? Yeah,
Rajendra here. So, in my opinion, the evaluation means it is analyzing the person's performance. It's
correct.
a
Yes,
it's
yes.
holistic, 360 degree, and it should be without any bias or prejudice. It is
Mm,
based on
mm.
actual performance of the person on that particular topic and that particular day. That is why it is called as evaluation.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir, wonderful. So, fellow Toastmasters, I would like to I would like to call the E in the valuation. The E stands for empathy. And I would like to share this famous quote by Scott Fitzgerald. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. Yes, all the people in this world haven't had the advantages and privileges that you've had. So this evaluation, the E in the evaluation, makes you empathize with the person. So the E stands for empathy. So that is the answer. When you are evaluating someone, you try to empathize with the person. You don't judge the person. You don't say that, hey, you are not as good as A, you are not as good as B. Being an evaluator, you track the person's journey. You say that today's A should be tomorrow's A should be better than today's A. So you just compare a person with yesterday's person, not another person. So that is a vital aspect of evaluation. And fellow Toastmasters, I also wanted to show the small article with you. This was a very, like we all know, the Harvard Business Review, it's a mothership for any management aspect. So the Harvard Business Review's March-April edition had this as a cover page. And this is a very interesting article. I can also share it with you if you request me. It says why feedback fails. So this specific article, this specific had a small study in which they had two different set of people who were part of the research. In one research, they said they were giving a person feedback, like a typical feedback which happens in a PSER. You could have done this, you could have done that, all that they said. And they observed whenever any person receives a feedback, the hormones which get secreted in the brain is the same hormone which makes the person defensive, which makes the person alert and which makes the person that he's going to face a threat. So that is the same kind of hormone they found out. Whereas in the other group, they said, okay, they asked managers to appreciate the person whenever he does something right. They had a bunch of people. They instructed the managers, okay, whenever you found a person A or B or C doing something right, you just point out and do it. Or if he does a mistake, say immediately, hey, here you did a mistake, you can correct it. They found out that whenever they did that, the brain response did not have any negative response. They found out that whenever any positive feedback was appreciated immediately at the face, they found out the kind of hormones which get secreted in the brain was feel good hormones. So it made the person even better. For example, I am doing something now. A person points out, hey, you did the right thing, this was right. It gets recorded in my brain, and next time my brain becomes aware and asks me to repeat the same thing. So why I want to highlight this aspect is, my dear Toastmasters, is this is very important aspect. This is what as evaluators we are doing. For example, let's say that you give 15 speeches, you complete the entire path. At the end of 15th speech, I'm coming and for example, I'm taking Toastmaster Manoj as example. I'm coming and telling to Toastmaster Manoj, you did these mistakes in speech 1, you did these mistakes in speech 2, you did these mistakes in level 4. His reaction would be, hey, you could have told me right away in front of my face on first speech itself. I wouldn't have repeated the same mistakes in level 2, level 3. I would have corrected it. So this is the approach, fellow Toastmasters. And I also feel evaluation is a way of life, because you appreciate the person first, you empathize with the person, you understand the person, what he's trying to convey. You also say a good aspect of any evaluation. And you also tell him how he can improve himself. That is the vital. It's easy to say, you didn't do this good, you didn't do that good. But as evaluators, all of you will be telling people, hey, you can do this like this and make it better. So I would definitely appreciate all of you to take this role of evaluator seriously, and this is a way of life. This will definitely revolutionize and change your corporate life. And as you become good evaluator, your subordinates or people working with you also will feel good about you, and it will also work wonders for you at home with your friends, with your colleagues, all of these people. So I want to highlight this aspect of evaluation. And yes, one of our Toastmasters was asking, how do I evaluate a person, or how do I give pass or fail? As simple as that. So what happens, fellow Toastmasters, is as each and every one of you gets a login, you will have to go through a specific set of slides. At the end of each and every slide, there will be something called evaluation form. You can see one evaluation form. This is one of the level 3 speech evaluation form. So this one will have the first, this has two sheets. The first sheet will be purpose statement. All of you can see the purpose statement, right? The purpose of this project is for the member to develop and practice a personal strategy for building connections through networking. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share one aspect of his or her experience networking. So this is how you will prepare a speech. And a person who is evaluating this specific gentleman, this specific Toastmaster, will have to look at the next line, which is notes for the evaluator. So in this, it is written for the person who is going to evaluate. During completion of this project, members attended a networking event. The member will deliver a speech that includes a story or stories about networking. This speech should not be a report on the content of make connections through networking project. So this is a very generic notes, and in Toastmasters, they don't give very rigid statements. For example, you have to speak only about this. The bandwidth is usually very large. So it's just that if the person is giving, if touching upon the networking event, you can clear the speech, and it has to be within the stipulated time, 5 to 7 minutes. It has to have the fundamentals in place. And whenever a person is delivering a speech, they just look if it is about networking. For example, in one of my level 2 speeches, I have to give a speech called identifying your leadership style. So if that is my title, that is my project, I'll give something about leadership, I'll give something about other aspects of leadership. That is fine. So, but if the person completely takes a U-turn and talks about his storytelling, something like that, then we need to think about it. So in that way, if the person sticks to the basic guideline and basic outline, we can clear the speeches. So that is how it is. And I was telling you, fellow Toastmasters, there are two sheets. So the first sheet has the specific notes, all that, and general comments. You can say the comment like the way they write in our appraisal comments. No, our manager writes in our appraisal. He did this, that, well, all that. You can write a note. You did this and all this great, and you could have improved on that, all that. On the second screen, there is this rating. I mean, once again, I cannot, I'm tempted to again compare this with the way our appraisal happens. So in that, they give rating, no, different ratings like that: topic, interest, comfort level, audience awareness, clarity, vocal variety. So there are multiple facets of any good public speech. So as evaluator, all of you can give different rating. It's a very subjective rating. So there are no specific trainings available for that. It's very subjective. Why this is being given in Toastmasters is, when you start doing this, for example, when evaluator one is giving this, as you progress in public prepared speeches, when different evaluators are giving it, this is for the individual who is giving public speech. He can take the sheets back to back and see how he has progressed. For example, if I rate a person, comfort level good, audience awareness good, vocal variety 2 or 3, it means he has to improve on vocal variety. So next time, the person has to make sure he has to get 5 on 5 in vocal variety. Or in topic, if he could have chosen the topic better, next time he has to focus more on the topic. So this is like giving you pointers on which aspect you are lacking and which aspect you are improving. And I also encourage fellow Toastmasters, you can use the sheet to have specific targets, because you have around 15 speeches to prove yourself and get better in public speeches. So I would want you to take one at a time. Let's say if you get low marks in vocal variety, comfort, or clarity, take just clarity. You just tell yourself, today I'm going to get better in clarity. I want to be very clear, speak very clear fashion. So give it and see if it has improved. If it is improved, it is really good. Else you have another shot in improving it. So in that way, I want you speakers to take this very seriously, this specific page, because this will tell you how your track record or your progress, how you are getting better in Toastmasters. And yes, again, there are different rating criteria. For example, you can ask me, I found his vocal variety to be good, but how do I'm confused. Should I give 4 or 3 or 2? Which one should I give? So to help you with that, this also gives you 5 different points, which is compare each and every one of the thing: use of tone, speed, volume. Uses tone, speed, and volume as tools. Excels at using tone, speed, and volume as tools. So it's again subjective, but as you get better and better in evaluation, you will know that, okay, this person is this much. He has missed. He had a good tone, but he was very he was speaking in a very fast manner. He was running like a bullet train. So he needs to improve on that. Likewise, you can also write it in the comment. If you see in the screen, there is a comment section in the right. So you can also write it why you have rated the person 2 or 3, because that will also help the person get better. And I would really appreciate if some good evaluators, what they do is they specifically quote example. See here, when you said it, it was very quick. You could have made it better. Or in your speech throughout, there wasn't any quote or there wasn't any humor element there. So you can say that if you had the speech had lots of scope for improving humor. If you had brought in slight amount of humor, it would have made lots of interest to the audience. So like that, there are multiple facets in each and every thing, and all of you can point it out, and this will also help you personally to get better as you become good, as you excel in this idea of evaluation. You also get better in your public speaking domain. So yes, now I have completed my session, my part one, in which I have covered about the complete path, all that. So any of you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me. Else we can move on to the part two.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kishore, it clearly explained. I think whatever notes we had, we got it cleared in between.
Wonderful.
Otherwise, I know presentation very clear.
So can we go to the next phase, sir? Yeah. So yeah, just a
Yeah.
minute. Yes. So fellow Toastmasters, I'm going to share you my screen. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. For your benefit, I'll log out and log in once again. So yes. So this is how the dashboard looks like when you go to the website called toastmasters.org. This is how it looks like. So I'm going to log in. Give your username and password. All right. Okay. So here you have the specific tab called pathways. In this, you have to go to Basecamp. So here for the newbies who have not yet enrolled to pathways, you will have to go to choose a path. I'm just showing the screen for you. Whoever hasn't logged in and selected the page, you have to go to the path. Then you can give continue here. Since I've already completed, it is disabled for me. I've completed the entire path, so it is disabled for me. If you are a new member to the club, this path, this specific option will be enabled for you. You can select it, and I told you, right, you have to undergo a psychometric test and select a path. That is one thing. Since I've already selected a path, I'm going to Basecamp. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to Basecamp, and here for all of you, it will be showing here whatever path you have chosen. If you have already chosen, since I've already completed, I'm selecting completed. For all of you, it will be showing directly in the dashboard. Okay, so I'm opening the dynamic leadership path. This is how the screen looks like. See, fellow Toastmasters, all my levels are showing tick mark, a blue tick mark, right? So it is an indication that I've completed the entire path. So I'm just opening level one. I showed you, right? I told you, right? In the level one, you have icebreaker speech, evaluation and feedback speech, researching and presenting speech. So as you complete all the three speeches, you complete level one. I'll randomly open maybe, yeah, I'll open icebreaker speeches guideline. So most of you, I think, will be aware that you would have directly come and give an icebreaker speech, no? But this specific website, right? It's like a MOOC, like you would have seen in EDX or Coursera. So this has a bunch of slides for each and every project, be it icebreaker speech project also. There are a bunch of slides. You can go through the slides, how to prepare, on how to, it has a complete set of guidelines. So it is loading up. Yeah, this is the final screen. Since I've already completed showing the final screen, I'll just show you from the first path. So, for example, guys, this is the screen, the learning material available in the Toastmasters website, especially when you choose a path for icebreaker speech. So you can give next. It's a very interactive thing, like the one you have seen in Coursera EDX. As you go next, you can read it, and there is something called project checklist. So I would really appreciate you go through the project checklist aspect, because this is like, it tells you, it's like a SOP we do in our company, no, the standard operating procedure. Okay, I want to approach an icebreaker speech. What all I want in place, or what all I need to have in my mind before I give a speech. So each and every project will have a project checklist. See, it is written. This is obvious, but if you are somebody who is starting new, this will be very useful to start with. See, schedule your speech, write your speech, rehearse your speech. After you have completed all components, complete the second portion of self-assessment. So this is what it shows. And as you go next, and this is like your self, what do you say, your self rating before the speech. What you felt, or what was in your mind, and after giving a speech, you will again tell how it was, and you can just see whether there is some improvement on your own. See, these are the fellow competence. It's all you have to go through itself. It's all self descriptive. And yeah, you and your goals. And here you have something called icebreaker speech outline. See, uh, These are like questionnaires which will help you. This is like maybe I can compare it with our QC story template. If you see, we have QC story template, right? If you open the template, it's a very easy methodology. All of us can fill in, and it's a problem solving tool. We use a fishbone diagram. Similar to that, every speech will have an outline, because I come and ask you fellow Toastmasters to give an icebreaker speech. You guys will be clueless. Hey, I have so much to say. That is one side of the crowd, or other side will say I don't have anything to say. So this will give you some pointers. See, about yourself or main points. You can say 4 points, reasons for joining Toastmasters, goals, opening. See, it shows greeting. For example, I started today's speech with opening, right? It's good to meet you all. Then capture audience interest, introduce yourself, transition. Transition is using a stage and how you go to the next specific stages, and body. See, this is like you download this sheet and start writing, filling each and every point. You complete the 4 or 3 pages. At the end, you will say you will if you see the sheet, you will have a prepared speech with you. So that is how it is prepared. So this also helps you to prepare your speech better. And these are like certain same templates which will be available for each and every level speeches. So you go to any level, each and every level speech will have this outline sheet, will have evaluation sheet, will have a project checklist. So this will help you to very precisely prepare your speech and concisely. And going to the next page. Yeah, organize your speech. See, these are all like self-explanatory. You can just go through it. And yes, I want to show you this important aspect, which is, yeah, as this is like going through a set of presentation. As you go through the presentation, towards the end, you have something called evaluation resource. This is what I was talking about, right, to all of you. This evaluation form will be there in each and every specific speech and each and every level. All of you will be able to access it for sure. So you can access it, and you can see, right, purpose statement, notes for evaluator. So what usually happens is you have to download the speech, you have to download the specific form and give it to your evaluator. The person who's going to evaluate you, he will be having the copy of this. And today, I think, owing to pandemic, all of us are meeting in a virtual setup. So these sheets come in editable format. The evaluator can type in his laptop or phone the whatever notes he wants to do. So you can download it and you can send it to the person in WhatsApp or Teams also, who is going to evaluate you. I showed you, right, to all of you, clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, all these points are addressed here. Yes, so likewise, it's over. See, congratulations, you've completed this project. Complete. This is how we approach it. Yeah, so this is, I just showed you level 1 speech, and yes, like all this, you will have, this is level 2. Level 2 has something called understanding or leadership style, your communication style, introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, and level 3 has some projects like negotiate your best outcome, and there are lots of elective projects. See, these are electives. All of you can take whatever electives you choose to. It's all very interesting. It gives lots of freedom for all of you. And see, in dynamic leadership, there is something called manage change. So I want to tell you guys a small pointer, which is as you take any level, I'll just show you the screen. I'll just go to the third part, which is I told you, right, I want to show you all a small document which will help you to choose this better. Are you able to see my screen, everyone, very clearly? Okay, I hope if it is not clear, please let me know. So I was showing you, right, if you see, fellow Toastmasters, in level 3, level 4, there are some pointers like lead in any situation, identifying a leadership style, and negotiate the best outcome, manage change, manage projects successfully, leading in difficult situation. So all this is what makes this specific pathways very useful for you, because it's easy to apply in your work life. For example, some of you might be team leaders, group leaders. You will have lots of stakeholders. So you will have all these issues in your regular work life. You will have issues where you have to manage successful event. You need to do lead in any difficult situation. COVID is a difficult situation. Manage change. And today morning, Toastmaster Manoj was explaining to me how situation is in Mysore. It's very tough, and all of you are facing difficulties when it comes to work. So all of us are having difficulties. So this specific path, whatever path you choose, will involve lots of aspects in which you apply, you learn something in the club, you apply it in your work life, especially your everyday life, and you come back to the club and give a speech. So that is how it will be. For example, I will share the specific screen, I will share the specific document with your president as well as VP Education. So why I want to show this specific sheet with you all is, in the 11 different path, you will have some confusion, right? What is the difference? It's like I'm asking you to choose some path. You will have some doubt. Hey, what is waiting for me in level 3, level 4, level 5? If I can see it right before I choose a path, it will be useful for me, because I know what is the syllabus and what it is going to offer me. So instead of taking the psychometric test, I would rather go and see the sheet and select whatever path, whatever project is being offered. So very similar to that, I want to show you all the screen. So if you see, fellow Toastmasters, you see level 1 here. I'm showing here level 1. The first 3 speeches, you can see R means required. It is compulsory. You see this R is there for all path. It means it is compulsory. There is no syllabus change. But the moment level 2 happens, syllabus change occurs. For example, in dynamic leadership, this is the path I chose and I completed. I gave 15 speeches. So I was showing you all this screen. It was showing understand your leadership style and understanding your communication style, introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. For example, if you take a path called maybe leadership development. So this will also help you to understand what is the difference. Dynamic leadership, leadership development, both sound similar, no? What is the difference? So this is the difference. In leadership development, you have a thing called managing time, whereas leadership development does not have elective called understanding your communication style. So in that way, this shows the difference. And as you go in level 3, level 4, more specialized topics come. For example, negotiate your best outcome. This is there only in dynamic leadership. Reaching consensus. This is in another path. Present a proposal, another. Understanding conflict resolution, another. So these are all very, very specialized set of topics. So this is why I want to show it to all of you, and all of you can go through this, and some of you will be very clear where you want to improve or where you want to tackle the situation. So you will be able to select your path better. And these, whatever is mentioned in E, right, it's elective. This elective is common for all of you. You will be asked to choose 1 or 2 electives, and you can choose based on all the specific thing. And this is also level 4, level 5 I'm showing. See, in level 4, manage change. Manage change is there in dynamic leadership. Leading your team is in leadership development. So you see the difference, right? What is the difference between dynamic leadership and leadership development? And like this, this specific document will help you to choose which one to take and all that. And you go to the rightmost point, it gives you what is in it. For example, there is this specific thing called managing time. Okay, managing time, we all know that, okay, time management is vital. But what is expected out of you when you take managing time in the project? So you will have to give a speech. See, as you develop a speech, record time required for each task, observe your time management pattern, subject project completion form to VPE. What it says is, all of you, I'm very sure, would be taking up some project or the other always in your hands. So you can just talk about your experience. How you, because in our company very specifically, we are known for punctuality, and we are known for time management in a very effective way. So this time management, you can say, you can see what happened in your work. You would have taken up a project, or you would have taken up any assignment, and how you ended up doing it on time. You can talk about it in a meeting. Or recently, one of our club members in our club, he gave a speech on time management in which he undertook when he was traveling. So it need not be always that you want to always give it with respect to corporate life, no, all that, no. For example, one of our members, he was supposed to give a speech on lead in any situation. He gave an example where he went to an Himalayan trek and where lots of problems happened, how he was leading his team. Or if you are somebody who's giving an who's got an opportunity to lead in your company, you can give an example what happened during your experience in the company. That also is possible. And I would like to give you a third possibility, which I did, which is, see, I'm a newbie in the company. I started the company in 2016, so I did not have much experience prior. Some of you might be veteran TVSM employees, but if somebody who is starting fresh, they don't have any much experience on corporate life. We also wouldn't have much experience going for trips, all that. So in that case, you can take up roles in Toastmasters. I served as club president for almost 2 terms. I also served as a vice president education for 6 months. So what I did, I used my experience as president, vice president to give all the speeches. For example, I gave one of the speeches where it was leading in any situation. Leading in any situation, I used one example from my club. I also gave an example of speech where organizing events. In our club, we were organizing 50th meeting, 75th meeting, how we had to do, what all went there, all that we did. And doing a role in Toastmasters will also give you some ideas how you can give speeches through here. So that is why, fellow Toastmasters, I think I told you at the starting, right? Why it is written, why it is said, communication plus leadership is, the more you communicate, you become a better leader. And the good quality for any leader is the ability to communicate very clearly and ability to inspire others. So all this will be covered in the course of your pathways. For example, you take this example, no? Understanding emotional intelligence, how good the specific path is, the specific project is, because emotional intelligence is also vital quality for any leader. So like that, you amalgamate leadership with communication, and that's how you become a better leader. And that is how, or that is why Toastmasters International has got this tagline where leaders are made. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the big picture, the 30,000 feet picture, the eagle's eye picture, what you are getting over here is, by giving different paths, by taking different paths, by giving different levels of speeches, you understand better of you as a leader. And the more you understand yourself, you become more wise and you become a better leader. And you also get to experience that in your workplace. You also get to experience in your personal life. And you start thinking like this as an evaluator, how you organize things, sticking to time, being aware of your R's, ums, crutch words, filler words. And a grammarian has to be a good listener, and a timer should be aware of all the time. So like that, holistically, if you see, this experience in Toastmasters is helping you to become a better leader. You take any great leaders who inspires you the most, you will find this good quality of listening, coaching, mentoring, communicating effectively. The specific traits will be there for all the leaders, who you like it. And that is why I wanted to show this specific screen with you. And just one more screen I want to show you. If you want to have a detailed lookup, for example, see, I will share this sheet with you all. You can go through this. Let's say you have decided, I want to take effective coaching. Okay. In your pathways dashboard in login, you won't be able to see other levels. For example, in first 2 levels, you will have some difficulty preparing a speech. But as you cross it, in case of some of our club members, I've observed, they get lots of ideas. Okay, I can speak on this, I can speak on this, I can speak on this. But let's say you have the specific sheet with you, you can plan your speeches. You can say that, okay, fine, there is a speech called create a podcast, building a social media presence. You will have some ideas with respect to that, where you would have been part of your company's PR, or when you took up any organizing events, you would have taken up communication or something like that. So you can plan, okay, I can save the speech for my level 4, or I can save the speech for level 3. For example, in your level 3, there is a speech called make connections through networking, or creating effective visual aids. For example, in your operations job, most of you would be creating lots of visual aids. No, we create beautiful charts, interactive charts, all that. So it's basically visual aids. So when you are creating that, lots of thoughts would have gone into, because some senior people will be coming and taking a look. Some Japanese consultants will be coming and taking a look. So you have to be very neat, very precise, very informative. So all this, you can take it up, you can come and give it as a speech. So you can see it, and you can plan your speech accordingly. So that is why I wanted to highlight you with this. And for example, you want to see, okay, in electives, in level 3, there are close to 12 electives. I need to choose only 2. But I have a doubt, what is the difference between presentation software and the other part? So you can click all these hyperlinks, it will point you and it will tell you what is there in each and every specific topic. Let's say this is inspire your audience. You see, you can see the purpose statement straight away. So this is like I'm giving you, when you join your course, be it diploma, engineering, or any school. In the first year, teacher gives you syllabus. No, see, this is what you will learn in first year. This is what you will learn second year. So likewise, this is a big picture, or this gives you syllabus. What is there in each and every path, and this will help you to take a look on all different paths available. So with this, we have come to the end of the session, and I've covered the 3 levels from my side. And I request Toastmaster Manoj to share his screen, and if there is any doubt, we can discuss now. And if there is any doubts also, you can feel free to reach out to me anytime. He has my number, and he will also be adding me to his WhatsApp group. And you can ask me in WhatsApp, or you can ping me in Teams, or you can also contact me in my number. So I hope the session was useful and you learned something from the session, and this will make you more confident public speakers, I suppose. So all the very best. It's been an honor to take this session for all of you. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster Manoj.
Can I have all the team members, all the Toastmasters, a round of applause for this wonderful training by Toastmaster Kishore. Indeed, it was very informative, Toastmaster Kishore. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. It was indeed a very detailed presentation. Number one. Number two is that it was actually compared with our way of working, that is the corporate at TVSM. So that actually linked the Toastmasters to our professional journey. That is very beauty of the presentation. And number three, it was very clear and crispy, and all the presentation had a very detailed thing explained in a very short and just like something like a idiom word used everywhere. So, and the examples and the importance of the Toastmasters has been delivered excellent. And so I'll be sharing my screen. Is my screen viewable?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
visible.
So this is my page actually, and I have gone directly from Pathways to the Basecamp. So
Correct. Yeah.
number one, so I'll go to my Kishore, Toastmaster Kishore. Actually, all our team members, all the club members have actually selected their path selection,
Wonderful.
and
Okay.
they have completed that process. So
Great.
now
Yeah.
I'll go to my Basecamp.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll go to my path. Yes. So my pathway is engaging humor. So this is my pathway, and I'll be opening my curriculum. So, and you can see that the level 1 icebreaker has been completed. So I just delivered my path to a pathway level 1 project, and I've got an evaluation on that. So I need to research and represent that to complete the level 1. Kishore?
Correct. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So,
In evaluation and feedback, as well as for researching and presenting, you can always choose to have a different topic. Else, you can repeat the same, incorporating the feedback and show people you have improved. So it's all up to you, sir. It's all up to your preference.
yeah. So, as Toastmaster Kishore explained, it's the right and perfect SOP for going with your pathway completion. So that is what I wanted to put it very short and clear. So what should I do next, Kishore?
Yes, sir.
Anything?
I'll let's assume that you are going to deliver a speech in the next meeting, and today you want to have a look at evaluation and feedback. You can go launch,
Mhm. Okay.
launch in the evaluation and feedback. You can go to
You
launch.
you you can request for the control. I can give the control
Yes,
to you.
yes, sir, yeah. Request control, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving the control to you. Yes,
Yes, sir, yeah.
you can take.
So, yeah, you can see fellow Toastmasters. I'm assuming that Toastmaster Manoj is here with us today,
So,
and he's
Kishore,
planning.
sorry to interrupt, Kishore. This
Sorry,
is
sir.
Mohan.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mohan from
Yes, hi,
HR.
sir. Hi, sir. Yeah, yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi, Manoj. Hi, Rajendra.
Hi, hi, Mohan sir. Hello,
Hi,
sir. Good afternoon.
good evening.
Very good afternoon. Yeah, good evening.
Kishore, better they can access Kishore, because if you do something, they will also miss. If they experience, they can also guide other members.
Correct, correct. Yes.
You just
So,
guide Kishore, what is the button they have to click. You just guide. They have to do it. Kishore.
sure, sure. Yes, yes, sir. He's right, Toastmaster Manoj. I'll just tell you verbally, you can do it, sir. Because
Yes, okay.
as he said, if the same queries and doubts, the same people also will have. They need to get it cleared. We'll do it, sir. You can click launch.
The site will take some time. I
No
request
problem. No
other
problem.
Toastmasters also to put up their queries or any doubts in case so that Toastmaster Kishore can answer to that. Um I request one and all Toastmasters to confront. Usually this site takes some little time because it's all
Correct.
database code here. So it is all
Yes.
16,800 clubs
Correct, correct.
into 50 or 20 some number. So it is something like that. Yes. Mm.
I think you have already completed this, no problem, sir. You can go to select the tab which you are clicking now. Select to move to
Yeah.
another section. Go to introduction.
Yeah. I'll,
In, yeah, this is fellow Toastmasters. You can see his screen, right? He is taking up this path. So what he will do is he'll open the screen. He will navigate. You can click next, next, next. Sir.
yeah.
He's navigating, he's reading what it is, or why any unity value. I just told you all right. What is the difference between feedback and evaluation, all that, and what is the checklist he needs to have in mind before he gives the speech. There will be a few resources as and when he goes in. In some projects, if you see, there will be some videos. They'll show you some videos on how to do it. Some example videos will be there. You can just navigate and go towards the end, sir. Yeah. No, sir. You can open. Go to the select to another section. You can click evaluation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In this, you see, you can click the first one, sir. Evaluation for speech. So I remember, fellow Toastmasters, I showed you uh, the template to be followed for doing this specific assignment. So what you usually do is you have two options. One is you can give a speech, your second speech, and you can get the evaluation. You can incorporate it, whatever feedback you got, evaluation you got. You can do a third speech, which is a completely different speech. Else, you can repeat it again. That's why if you see, there are two specific screens, no? Speech 1, speech 2. So if this is speech 1, you can see the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. So everything is written very clearly here. So you can apply it and you can redo the speech. So why Toastmasters, they ask you to do the specific assignment is to get that idea, the feel. Like you get some feedback, you have to incorporate it, you have to take it seriously and incorporate in your next speech and make it better. But after, once you do it once, it becomes your part of your mental process. You start doing it on your own. So like that, they have done it for the first time. Since you are in your first level, this specific thing will be there. So I hope it is clear. You are able to do it very clearly, sir, so that you can also guide your members.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Great. Okay. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, and one more point I want to tell you all, there is no specific rigidity or any specific restriction with respect to order. Okay, you start in level one, it is icebreaker speech, obviously, you have to break ice. But as you complete level one, you go to level two, there will be three speeches. You can give it in any order. It's all up to you. You just click level two, sir. In your
Yes, this one.
Yeah, you won't be able to, it won't be activated now because you have to complete level one and complete level two. See, it shows know your sense of humor, connect with your audience, introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. You can choose to do it in the same order. Else, you can do second one first, first one second, third one last. It's up to you. There are no restrictions when it comes to order. So you can do it in any order. That is
Yeah,
the point I want to tell you.
yeah, that's great. Any questions from any Toastmasters? You can put. Ajendra?
Yeah, Manoj. I think the session was very clear, and he explained all the practical aspects also. I think it would be beneficial to all Toastmasters, and in case, since he is also our own mother club member, anybody has got any doubt, they can also directly get connected with him. Is that okay, Toastmaster Kishore?
Yes, perfectly fine, sir. I would be very happy to help all of you. And any day, anytime, you can ping me in Teams, or my number is with Toastmaster Manoj. You can always get directly in touch with me through Toastmaster Manoj also. Not a problem. And he said he'll also add me to the WhatsApp group. You can always ping me in WhatsApp also. Yeah, always you can feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Kishore, for that wonderful session once again.